Cheers! Happy Sunday, guys.
Welcome to Cocktails and Cheese.
We need to come up with like a snappy name for this, you know?
The Sarah and
Like
Rachel
fun-
Show?
Yes, welcome to the Sarah and Rachel Show featuring cocktails and cheese.
All of our favorite things. Welcome. We are going to be tasting some cheese this evening. Rachel's going to be making 2 cocktails for us. I have been assigned as the garnisher.
Yes.
So we're going to show you how to make some garnishes for the cocktails. But just to start, we have our plate in front of us just to show you what we're doing here. I'm going to turn mine around. Your crackers may still be in the packaging. We took ours out, so we're not crinkling on the microphone here. Top left cheese. It's a soft goat cheese from Cypress Grove called Herb de Humboldt. It has herb de Provence in it. Then on the top right, we have La Grucha Tres Leches. We have some quince paste with that. We've got a little sour cherry jam here.
My favorite,
fresh
sour cherry.
Oranges. It'll go well with the cocktail. It's a theme. Bottom left cheese is Brie Severin, a triple cream brie, and bottom right cheese is Tome Brûlée, a semi-soft sheep milk cheese from France.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is the top 2 cheeses are going to be paired with the first cocktail, and the bottom 2 cheeses are with the second cocktail. Each kit actually makes, I guess, 4 total cocktails, 2 of each cocktail. So just so you know, I'm going to be making them 2 at a time because it's easier that way. But, you know, you can always measure it out. It'll be like half portions. But I thought it'd be fun to unpack our little kit together. I don't know if you've unpacked yet, but there's some stuff happening.
That's like
to
do on the Instagram.
We're unboxing. All right, so this is just some instructions, some stuff you need, and the recipes. The recipes are each for 1 cocktail. So here we go. I'll put that here. Hopefully I remember, but you never know. Mint and blueberries. This is for the blueberry mojito. Oh, I guess we should say the 2 cocktails that we're doing. Before I start, I got so excited. We're going to be doing 1 cocktail that I created. Well, my wife and I created. We call it the Palm Springs because it features grapefruits, which grow there. And we used to pick them off the tree, and we made this cocktail. So that's the first one. The second one is a blueberry mojito, which is just fun.
And delicious.
I think that was your idea, right?
Well, I love a mojito.
Yeah,
so.
she loves a mojito.
Yeah.
And we should say, if you have a nice little can of wine, we just put that in there as a nice little welcome drink. We sell these at the shop. It's Sipwell Wine Company. And they just do some really cool stuff. There are different flavors that we put in each bag because we love all of them. So most of them are sparkling, some of them are a Grenache that isn't, and you can serve that lightly chilled, and it's delicious.
Yeah, we have the sparkling red. It's a Dolcetto. I've been informed on how to say it correctly. But a sparkling red. There's also the blue can is a sparkling white wine. The orangish, pinkish can is a rosé, and then the purple can is the Grenache. All of them should be chilled, even though the Grenache is not sparkling. So, all delicious. And how cute are these glasses?
Yeah, this is a shout out to my roommate Jo. These are her glasses. She found them. They're vintage. I'm so jealous.
I love
them so much.
They don't hold enough wine, though.
That's true. But remember we talked about how it's fun to have like 18 glasses because your glasses are
How
like...
many glasses of wine have you had?
Okay, all right.
Or like Rachel's she really likes her bubbles really cold.
Yes.
So you're only having a small glass and it also always stays really cold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point. Okay, back to the unboxing. Sorry about that. That was the timeout. We're getting back into it. Mint and blueberries. We'll put that aside for the blueberry mojito. We have an enormous grapefruit. Yes. I'm going to run out of room on this table.
Wait, yeah. We can spread.
Yeah. Move this out of the way.
I'll take it over here.
Yeah, all right. All right, we have 4 limes. This is a really lime-heavy production over here, which I'm into, so it's fine. Gin, rum, both look the same. They're not the same.
That's why we label them.
Yes. I was like, I better label these immediately. Like, if we tasted them, we could tell, but I don't want to have to open them up and be like...
Taste every single one.
Exactly. It'd be like gin or rum. And then 3 tiny little containers here. Simple syrup, which we'll talk about. Elderflower liqueur. And sugar, which is labeled sugar.
Great.
Nailed it. Okay. Should we get into making the first cocktail and then do the cheese?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh, wait. What do we have to do for the first cocktail first?
Okay, guys. I don't know if you tuned in last time, but we forgot to make the garnish before we cut the citrus. So I'm going to turn this over. All right. I'm just kidding. To the garnish master.
We did not rehearse that ahead of time. Okay, so we're gonna make this cool garnish I saw on Instagram, and we're gonna use.
I thought you saw it on TikTok.
That was on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
This was pre-TikTok.
Okay.
Addiction. We have these peelers. I tried using all of them. None of them work very well, but we're gonna make it work.
Thanks for showing us all of them.
Well, this one is my favorite, but it's really dull, so it's not working great. This one is just terrible, and then yours is the best.
I think are they called Y peelers? I think
Let's
they're
go
called
with
Y
that.
peelers because of this. So if you're ever like looking in the store and want to get one of them, I think they're the best for making garnishes. What do you think?
I think
if
they're
it's
the
sharp.
best in general.
Oh,
They're
okay.
my favorite peeler. But they're really cheap because they rust quickly, but since they're so cheap, you just buy more. It's no problem. But so this is the same little blade that you see on a regular peeler, just turned sideways. So you can use a regular peeler for this. You'll just have to hold it a little bit differently. I think to keep it the safest, you're going to want to pull towards yourself. I've tried doing this before and cut the tip of my finger off, and it's not fun. So we're going to do it this way.
Those are great tips.
I'm actually going to put the grapefruit on the table. More stability here.
You do what you need to do.
Thank you.
Garnish master.
You want to get a long, thin strip. I'm going to do 2 because I want to write with a Sharpie and show you how I'm going to cut it.
It's kind of hard.
It is hard
Right?
because
Like you have to have control.
a grapefruit is smushier than a lemon or an orange, and so it really like squishes when I try and peel it. So you just have to go slow. So I have 2 long pieces. I guess we'll need 3 because we have 2
Yeah, what about
glasses.
my drink?
I can get the boring drink. These are probably the best little strips I've made all day. I've been practicing.
Yeah. We
Okay.
had a long, hard day before this.
Can I borrow your cutting board?
Yes. Get rid of that. You need the knife?
Yes.
Okay. This is like arts and crafts.
It is. So I'm going to cut this so that it's a long strip but pointed on each end. So like this. Then I'll write with a Sharpie and show you where I'm going to cut it.
Yeah, it was hard to see in the video, so this is a good idea.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut 2 slits. I'm going to cut it from here. I'm going to cut it all the way through. So you get 2 little pointy edges here. Same thing down here, 2 little pointy edges, and then a small little incision here. That's going to help it sit on the glass. So I'm just going to do that over here. And then you'll need something round to roll this around. The video I saw used a chopstick. We don't have those, but guess what we have here? Fondue sticks.
Yeah, we do.
So I'm using a fondue stick.
We do fondue and cocktails.
I'm sure that would be delicious.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, we got number 1 and number 2, and these will sit and kind of form while we make the cocktail, so it's like perfect timing that you can do this before you actually make your cocktail, and it can get ready while you're going.
It's a whole process.
Yes.
It's a garnish process.
Why drink a cocktail if it's not going to have a garnish? So this is your little piece. You know, you got your little incision here. I'm going to wrap it around my stick and then just leave it to sit while, just like this, leave it sit on the counter while Rachel makes the cocktails, and we'll do the grand reveal at the end.
Ooh, so exciting. Okay.
You can have this back now. if you
Oh,
need.
why thank you. Yes.
Can you throw
I'm
this in
gonna
the
take
trash
your
for
trash.
me?
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Just one pause. And we're back. Okay. So we're gonna make the Palm Springs. So this has some of my favorite things in it: gin, elderflower liqueur. You may have also, Saint Germain is a brand of elderflower liqueur. That's the one I usually like to use. And grapefruit and some lime, of course, and some simple syrup. I brought my little cocktail book just to show.
Where's the one I bought you?
I know, I have to transfer. Sarah got me one for Christmas, Secret Santa, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I had you for Secret Santa.
Yeah. Oh, you have a Secret Santa story.
I do,
We
but-
could circle back.
Yeah.
Okay. This one my wife made for me, and she put a little magazine cutout here. But anyway, it's just, I think it's fun. So what I do is I keep recipes in here, but they're not necessarily recipes that are made let me start over. They're made the way I like them. So you look up a recipe, you think about ratios, you put in, you're like, you know what, I think it's a little too much whiskey, which I've never said, but just saying, you know, maybe it's a little too much lime. I've also never said that. What do you want? It's too
much
sweet.
sugar.
Too much
There
sugar. So then what I end up doing is writing down what I prefer in here because sometimes I forget. So this is great. So I have the Palm Springs down in here that we wrote down when we created it. All right, so we'll get started. I have a Boston shaker here. I don't usually use one of these, even though this is what like real bartenders use, so it's kind of exciting.
Fun fact, this was a wedding gift for me from Gina. Thanks, Gina.
It's amazing.
It's getting put to good use.
Yeah,
This is
for
the
sure.
first time we've used it.
But you can also make this in a mason jar. Should I just make it in a mason jar to show you them how easy it is? Or
No,
is it,
do
like,
the-
more
do the
exciting?
shake, the
Oh,
cool-
I didn't like practice the shake.
You just
Okay.
practiced one time. It was good enough.
All right. Well, just so you know, if you don't have a cocktail shaker, even if you do and you just like doing it in a mason jar, it's so easy. You just literally put everything in here to shake, close it, shake it, and then you just use the little top lid to strain it.
Smart.
So easy.
Yeah.
Come on. Love it. Okay. This is going away.
Annie's ready for your Secret Santa stories at some point.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
go for it. I'm
So-
just going to put ice in here.
Yeah.
We're going to shake the first cocktail.
Yeah, so Kristen, who used to work here, I'm not sure if she's watching, she watches a lot of the virtual classes. She had me for Secret Santa. She was still fairly new at the time, and I always feel bad when a new person gets me for Secret Santa. But so she actually called Gina and was like, Gina, I have Sarah for Secret Santa. What should I get her? And Gina's like, I don't know, but I know she loves cocktails. So, of course, she got me this great, like, bold women and bold cocktails. Where is it? Here. Cocktail book, A Woman's Drink. It is so cute. It has all these fun stories of this woman making these cocktails, but I just thought it was so funny that that's one thing Gina really knows about me is that I love cocktails.
Ideal. Great suggestion.
Yes. But I feel like our whole Secret Santa thing was very cocktail based because, like, I got you cocktail
Yeah,
glasses.
you did, yeah.
And then, we all did, we also got candles made out of wine bottles. Like, it's all very
Yeah, okay, no need to
liquor
tell the
focused.
people how much we love the cocktails. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I filled up the shaker about halfway. Doesn't really matter, however much you want. You can see it's like starting to frost, which is exciting. And then we're gonna take the gin. Like I said, I'm gonna do 2 drinks at once, so you can do that and pour it all in. If you're just doing 1 drink, just use half of this. And I did include the ounces on there. I like to, instead of like a jigger, I like to use a little measuring cup like this. It's from OXO. And I love it, but I'm not going to use it because I pre-measured everything and I know it's perfect for 2 drinks, so I'm just going to go right into it. But the ounces are on the recipe in case you want to recreate or you're just making one.
I have one of those OXO ones, but it's plastic, so you can see through it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Okay. Good story. I'm just kidding. Okay, gin in first. There's a lot of like controversy as to how you should build something in a shaker. Like a lot of people say don't put the ice in first because then it waters down the drink as you're making it. So you can always put in the ice in last. I just went with ice in first. Up to you.
Less splash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Elderflower liqueur. I'm going to put the whole thing in because it's good for 2 cocktails and we're making 2.
Smells good.
Trash. Nope. Okay. And then we're gonna do the simple syrup, which is in this little container.
And you made that, right?
I did make it. Do you want to explain? Because we were like experimenting with a bunch of different. I mean, so it is really simple.
It's really
so.
funny. So simple syrup is equal parts water and sugar. You boil it till the sugar dissolves, and then you cool it down, and you can use that as a sweetening agent. You can keep it in the fridge for a while. I know they give you a time like 2 weeks, but you can keep it in the fridge for a while if it's not getting moldy at all. We toyed with the idea of making a honey simple syrup, so equal parts honey and water, and it was like a cheater simple syrup, like just heat it up in the microwave until it's melty enough, and it worked well. The honey was giving the cocktail too much honey flavor that we didn't want. We just wanted sweetness from sugar, so this is a great way to do that. You can also buy simple syrup. Don't buy it. Just make it. Just make it yourself.
You just need to microwave it. It's just equal parts, like you said.
Yeah, yeah.
And we made a honey simple syrup for the last cocktail class for one of our drinks.
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
sometimes you want that honey flavor,
Yeah.
and in this case, we didn't.
Yeah. All right, so I'm doing 2 limes, so 1 lime per drink. All right, and I need to save the limes for the mojito, so you gotta remind me.
Okay, don't use the other 2 limes.
It would be great with more lime. Who knows? Okay, limes, now it's grapefruit time.
Oh,
Garnish master,
here.
thank you. She's provided me with this tiny, tiny knife to cut this grapefruit in half. So,
Very sharp.
hold on.
While you're cutting, this is going to take you forever.
All right.
The first time I had this cocktail, I was at Rachel's house before the last cocktail class, and we were talking about what we were going to talk about for the class, and she, of course, started with a cocktail when we were there talking about other cocktails.
Yeah.
And we were on the patio, and Rachel's wife was in the garage on the Peloton. She's actually in the back watching right now. She was on the Peloton doing a ride with Sir Cody Rigsby. She hops off the bike, comes over to us, and it's like, "Ooh, what you guys drinking?" And like picks up Rachel's drink, and she goes, "This is mine now," and just like runs off and drinks the whole thing. And we're like, "Okay, Rachel doesn't have another cocktail." But I was so excited about the cocktail, and the story was just so funny. I was like, "We have to feature this in our next class." And you didn't tell Katie.
It's one
tell
of
the
no,
story.
I didn't.
You're
I didn't.
supposed to.
I forgot. So here we go.
But that's how I want to exercise.
Grapefruit is good. It has electrolytes and stuff for
Yep.
after the exercising. You know. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Real quick, ladies, back to the simple syrup. Riku fan says microwaving sugar cubes in water can work sometimes.
Oh
Totally.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Riku fan taught me that. Thank you, Morgan.
Oh.
It's a really good trick because then you can just buy the sugar cubes and you don't have to worry about, like spooning it out or something.
Yeah, it'd be like perfect amount.
Yeah. He knows
When
what's
they
up.
advertise the sugar cubes, does he tell you how many like teaspoons or tablespoons, or is it just by weight?
I think
could
he
do
just
it the
puts like a
same?
little, yeah, I don't even think it's that precise. Just put
No.
a little bit of water in it and it's good.
Because I think you could also double concentrate the simple syrup. Do double
That's
sugar
true.
to water, so it's really sweet, so you don't have to add a ton of liquid.
Yeah, as long as you're not adding too much because then it might make the drink viscous.
We wouldn't want that.
Okay, so I just juiced the grapefruit. I like these old school juicers personally. I just think they're a little bit easier for the bigger,
It's cute.
the bigger citruses. And I like to strain. Not everybody does. Some people do like the pulp, but I don't. It's just a preference. So it's up to you. So I'm
No
gonna
pulp.
strain this. No pulp too?
No pulp.
Okay, great. All right.
Mimosa with pulp? No, thank you.
No, thank you. Not even like semi-pulp or whatever it is.
None.
How are the garnishes
Double
looking?
strained. I was just folding them again. They really don't need that much time to sit. I just wanted them.
It's just taking me this long to make the cocktail.
No, it's okay.
All right.
I have our glasses.
Great. Grab them. Now's the exciting part, okay?
Wow.
Oh, Gina's doing this. Like, there has to be dancing. I don't know about that.
That's where I hit.
So you only need to shake it for a little bit. I mean, you can really get extra with it, but it just ends up breaking up more ice and diluting it more. Do you want to explain, Garnish Master, what else we have in our beautiful coupe glasses this evening?
Yes. She put me on garnish, so gotta go Sarah style. I found some edible glitter from this company called Fancy Sprinkles, and it's the first edible glitter that I have found fully incorporates into the cocktail. I have some more edible glitter for the next cocktail that doesn't do that, but that's a whole nother story. But anyways, this fully incorporates into
Wow,
the drink.
it really does. You're going to have to go show. Can
I know.
you get out?
No, I'm gonna bring it over. Oh,
Okay.
I need the garnish first. No,
Okay.
I'm gonna show the glitter.
What was the company name again?
Fancy Sprinkles. Can they see? I need to like give it a stir. Do you have a knife?
I do have a knife. You gave it to me.
When you stir it, and you
Oh,
can
wow. Oh,
Here you go.
Gee, don't get it on the microphone.
look at the glitter. Can you see it?
Bring it a little
The
closer.
condensation on the glass.
I guess you can't really tip the glass, but
No, don't want to spill. But
I
it's
filled mine
sparkly.
up really. Yeah, it is really exciting, and it doesn't. It much like a natto seed, it does not impart any flavor into the cocktail. That was a good cheese reference.
The glitter. Oh yeah. Wait, you need your garnish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Here's
oh,
the garnish.
Look at it, guys.
Man, we never
Uh-oh.
practiced this with something
We did it.
in the cup.
Maybe we need toothpicks next time.
Look
There
at
we go.
that. So you're just gonna take the little slit that we made down the center and pop it on the edge of the
Like,
glass
come on, that's exciting.
very carefully.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. This is like real fancy.
Everyone's giving it a 10 plus, 10 plus, 10 plus. Bartender, Rachel.
It's so good.
It is good. And I think I put 3 ounces of Oh no, I put juice of half a grapefruit. Okay, I was thinking ahead. Don't worry about it. Because I originally had in my notebook 3 ounces of grapefruit juice, but it's really up to you and how much you like. And it seems weird to waste grapefruit juice, so I just use whatever comes out of the grapefruit. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, should we get into some cheeses?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
To pair?
Yes.
Okay.
Made a mess over here.
Yeah, you did.
My emergency towel. Here we go.
And I like to talk about the glassware too. We're huge coupe fans. Like obviously
Huge.
this doesn't need to be served in a coupe, but it should be served up since it's not served with any ice and you want it to stay cool, which is why you have the stem. We drink our sparkling wine out of coupes also just because
Water, juice.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Milk.
No.
So yeah.
Love coupe.
Okay, let's get into the first cheese. So it's in the upper left-hand side. It's that soft cheese. And Sarah kind of mentioned it. It is called Herbe de Humboldt. It's from Cypress Grove. It is a soft goat cheese with Herbe de Provence in it. Which, what's in Herbe de Provence? Lavender?
Rosemary, marjoram, savory, maybe some
Other things. Yeah. Sorry to put you on the spot
really
with
comes
that.
through in this cheese, I find.
Okay, let's see.
We had some trouble pairing these cocktails.
Yeah.
I feel like we said that last time too. Cocktails are like one of those weird things where it's not so easy as wine. I don't know. But we really like this one. This was our first choice, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Let's try it. I love this cheese.
It's a newer one for us.
Yeah, so I think much like when you're pairing like a Sauvignon Blanc or maybe a Chenin Blanc, like something with some acidity, because of the grapefruit juice and the lime in this, we paired it with like an acidic goat cheese. And Sarah and I were talking about this earlier. We enjoy the acid on acid pairing. So when you're pairing, you can do either like compare or contrast, like similar or not similar. And on this one, I think we decided to go similar, but the herby note I think really helps because you could put an herb in this. It would be awesome.
I was just
we were talking
say,
about that.
I almost want
like a
rosemary
yeah.
in this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were considering that too. You can like torch a rosemary and put it in there. That's really fun. But we were just trying to keep it springy, and that's more, like fall. So maybe we'll do that at a later date. But so this is from Cypress Grove, and you may have heard of Cypress Grove. They do a lot of awesome cheeses: Humboldt Fog, Midnight Moon. They're all goat cheeses, right? They only have goats.
Lamb chopper sheep.
Oh, lamb chopper sheep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this one is just like a fresher version of the Humboldt Fog. If you've seen the Humboldt Fog, it's got that like rind on it, so that's just a more aged version of a very similar cheese, except that they make these little discs. They're like, I don't know, what are they, 4 ounces? Bigger? 6 ounces? 7. Sorry, we're
6.
chewing. We're like, ah.
6 ounces. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't count. Okay, 6 ounces. Doesn't matter. And they have a bunch of different flavors, like purple haze, right? Is fennel and
lavender.
Lavender.
They make a pepper one that's spicy.
Oh yeah, Sergeant Pepper.
Uh-huh.
They're all named after like.
Oh, psychedelic. That one has dill in it.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
But I really like this. I love the tang on tang.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the pairing? I'm actually putting sour cherry jam on it because I love the sour cherry.
I love
Yeah.
the pairing. One vote for yes.
Oh, good.
Love, love, love.
Or even try it with the quince paste too, if you're looking for more sweet. I'm not.
What's the quince paste, Sarah?
Quince is a fruit. Kind of looks like an apple. Smaller,
right.
I think. Like yellower on the outside. Commonly cooked into this sort of paste. Oh, your garnish.
My garnish fell. I think I put it down too forcefully.
Yeah. But yeah, cooked into this paste, so it's like a jelly, just cooked longer, probably some thickener added, so it's cuttable rather than scoopable. But it's delicious. It's very apple-esque. But it cooks this dark color, unlike an apple does. So.
And it's from Spain, right?
Uh-huh.
It's also called membrillo. So if you see membrillo, that is quince paste, and it's a classic pairing with like a manchego or any other Spanish cheese.
Yeah, that's why I picked it with the next one.
Okay, sorry, I jumped into it. I got too excited about it. Oh, also, did we talk about this little chocolate? This is just for fun. We don't have to. I don't know how it would go with the grapefruit, actually.
No, the chocolate I think was for the wine.
Oh.
Just like something fun, and it just looked pretty with the sprinkles. But another local Chihuahua chocolate bar. This is their sprinkles, which is a nice milk chocolate with some fun color.
Spring colors.
Yeah, sprinkle colors.
All right, awesome.
I have to laugh at my jokes. That's part of the gig.
Oh, sorry. I'm just kidding.
What's our next cheese?
All right, our next cheese is this triangular one on the upper right-hand side. This is La Gruta Tres Leches. If you've come into the shop, you probably have heard us talk about this. It's one of our favorites. It is made in a Manchego style, but it is sheep, cow, and goat. Manchego is just sheep, so it's all 3 milk. It is, I would say, like mild, kind of creamy mouthfeel, and I think like a little sharpness from the sheep. Like, I don't know. It's definitely creamier than Manchego.
I always say that it just has more depth of flavor than Manchego does.
That's a better way.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Not as dry, not as crunchy,
Yeah.
which I think that's why we like it too.
Yeah, it really does. And when you let it warm up, like if you eat it right from the fridge, it tastes more mild. But when you let it warm up, like the flavors start to come out. So let's see if this pairing.
I haven't had it in a while.
Ladies, the person brought up, you said the herbs de Humboldt's an acidic pairing. This one would be a non-acidic.
Yes.
Exactly. This, I feel like we're trying to play off the acid in the cocktail and then the creaminess of the cheese.
Any other suggestions to play off the
And
acid
even
like
like I know it's just a little bit of sheep's milk, but the sheep's milk has the most fat in it, and I feel like you often do pair like more acidic things to cut the fat, right? Mm-hmm. Well, depending. I mean, you could pair red wine with steak, but like other things, it's kind of nice. Like with fondue, you classically drink Chablis with it, which has a really nice minerality and acidity. So that's like a really rich food with an acidic drink. So
yeah. So two options and flavors here.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I like better.
Me neither. I'm gonna try. So this one. So I mentioned the membrillo too early, guys. I jumped the gun. I'm gonna try the Tres Leches with the membrillo.
We also did the Marcana almonds
yes.
just to go with the whole Spanish theme here. Let me try this one.
All 3, a little bite.
With the almond too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I didn't even use a cracker. Get it out of here.
I need a vessel. Look at this.
Okay, yep. I think that's fun. I think it's more difficult to pair cocktails with cheese because of the different... You know what? I was going to say like it's more complex flavors, but not necessarily. A lot of wines can be super complex. But because of all the ingredients, it ends up being like sometimes different types of flavors, I think. Whereas a wine like blends together, I'm not sure. I mean, the other thing is that this isn't a classical pairing, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to do a class about it. I mean, certainly people are pairing cocktails with cheese. We are one of those people, and it definitely works, but it's fun to explore because we all know the classical wine pairings. It's because for years and years, people have been drinking wine and eating cheese and coming up with the pairing. So it's not like there's no like pairing guide you go to that's like, oh, this cocktail pairs well with this. So it's like totally, we're just thinking of flavors. Yeah.
We're making it up as we go.
Yeah, which is fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like it.
Rachel, you're getting a kudos from Annie in the group.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Kudos.
This one was a little bit easier because I was about to say, oh, you never see grapefruit flavors in wine, which is a lie. You see that all the time. But like later when we taste the mojito that has mint and blueberry, that's really hard.
The mint especially.
To pair with cheese, yeah. We struggled with that one the most, but found some good stuff.
Because, yeah, some wines do have that, like, bitter grapefruit, like, the pith, that flavor.
Yeah.
It's like the Purissins or something.
Like a really strong Sauvignon Blanc that has that just punch of grapefruit.
Yeah. And green bell pepper, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm taking a wine class, so I'm, like, really...
She's a professional
thinking
now.
about... yeah, sure, let's go with that.
She talks about it all day.
One class. I was studying for my test, Sarah.
I know. It was great. I like learning things.
All right, excellent. Should we make the second? I know we're not done with the first cocktail, but
I can be if you'd like me to.
so Sarah earlier was like, I don't think I want to cook dinner tonight, so I'm really gonna get into this cheese plate. I'm like, great, do you? So I feel like I need to vamp. I need to vamp while you're like chewing.
Thank you.
Also, I did include, if you open up your little packet for the mojitos, some violas. If you see on your plate, these are like edible violas, and they're so cute if you put like one in your drink here. They may have shriveled a little bit. They really are best same day.
These look really good in the bag,
Yeah,
though.
they actually don't look bad. I kept them refrigerated, so that probably helped.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like such an easy way to make an amazing, like if you don't have Sarah's skills, which I don't, for this sort of garnish situation, it's an easy way to have like a really fancy looking drink with the glitter. I mean,
especially because the viola is like a flat flower.
yes.
It lays really flat on the drink.
True, so feel free to, there's some violas in your little pack here, so feel free to pop that in there if you want.
Or piece of this orange. Where's your knife?
Oh, great idea. Need the cutting board?
No, I
Just
got a
using
cracker.
as a cutting board. Great.
You can also do this too if you don't have my skills with the garnish. Look, because that's so cute too.
Yeah. I mean,
These-
I would do it with a grapefruit to be consistent. There's no orange in here.
But it would be so giant.
That's true.
The Cara oranges are naturally this cute little pink hue. Couldn't you use the oranges in this cocktail instead of grapefruit?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. I mean, it would be great. Why not? You could
Well-
use any citrus.
You could also just like make it up like, yeah, that's a piece of grapefruit. No one's gonna know the difference because it looks like one.
Sure. I mean, it's orange.
It's very pinky.
I'm giving her a hard time. It looks great.
It's the same color as
I know,
this
you're
one.
right, you're right. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Well done. All right, guys.
Next cocktail.
Next cocktail. I'm just going to move this over here. Not to be wasted, just to be saved.
For later.
For later. Okay, blueberry mojito. To be honest, we had another idea of what we were going to do, but then they didn't have the special liquor that I wanted, but I'm really excited that we chose this in the end, because we were having really hard time pairing the other cocktail, which I
Yeah.
won't reveal in case we do it, but
We
we
will
found
in
some
the future.
good ones.
Delicious
but-
cocktail that she served at dinner at my house once.
Yes, I did. May I have the glassware, Sarah? Glassware assistant and garnish master.
Fun thing.
All right. Kind of themed. Sorry,
are
had to
cute.
show.
No,
Okay,
I know.
go for it.
I brought some mint from my garden.
Yay!
I couldn't do
Homegrown
that.
mint.
I couldn't do that for the
Beautiful.
kids because like there's rules that I have to follow on that stuff. But for us, I grew this in my garden.
It's so nice. Can I use it?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, we're gonna use it.
Oh wait, let me
We'll save some for garnish.
let me take the tops for the garnish.
Okay, so tell
what-
the people what you're doing, garnish master.
Oh, so mint comes like this. I just clip the tops off of my plant. If you don't have a plant, grow one. Why did I start growing mint? Because I discovered mojitos. The next day, I went to the plant store and bought myself a mint plant.
Very smart, Sarah.
It is an invasive species. It'll grow everywhere, so you have to keep it contained. I have a raised garden bed that has like wooden dividers, so it has like its own little home and it's staying there. Otherwise, it'll grow everywhere, which if you want that, great. But if you don't, put it in a pot, put it somewhere where it won't grow everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just clipping the top little, you can kind of like basil, it has some little leaves at the top and then smaller leaves. So I'm just going to clip that little top piece off. I have 2 of them that we'll use for our garnish. And then the others you can use for your
Perfect.
cocktails.
Amazing.
It probably tastes better than the other one.
I'm sure it
It's
does.
organic.
Do you want to clip these too? We're gonna make 2 for
Our
in-person
friends, our
viewers
friends in the
here.
back.
Okay, so mojitos are super fun and super easy. It's just a build in the glass cocktail. You don't need a strainer. I mean, you don't need a strainer. You don't need a shaker. You don't need a stirring glass, nothing. And we decided to make a blueberry mojito because we thought that was like fun and springy, and it's always nice to add an extra flavor in there. But you could make any kind of mojito.
I was
literally do
thinking,
anything.
Like raspberry would have been good.
Yeah.
Right? Strawberry, because strawberry and mint.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly. And so you have this little bag of blueberries. So I think I wrote about 10 blueberries. So, 8 blueberries.
Are you gonna
it's
count?
not, I'm not going to count. I'm just going to put some in the bottom of the glass here.
There's only 6 in that one.
See, this is. Okay. I'm going to put some in here. We're going to take some mint, and I would just take it off the stem. Put it in here. Alright. More mint than that, probably. I don't know. How minty do you like it? Put that much mint in there.
When I make mojitos,
Yeah, talk to me.
I used the very fancy recipe I found on the Bacardi website.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it has like 12 leaves of mint
Yeah.
in the recipe.
Okay, that's a lot of mint. We're gonna do it. You know what? These glasses are actually gonna be.
They're a little bit smaller
Yeah,
than
they
the ones
are.
I use, so
Okay, let's
probably good.
put in more.
Not that I'm there.
We like mint. Okay. All right, so we put the blueberries in, we put the mint in. Now we're gonna put the sugar in, and I know this seems like a lot of sugar, but it's the right amount. I would use this much sugar. So half in each glass.
Because it's like pure lime, pure rum, so you need some sugar.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
And why, in this case, we didn't talk about this, are you using sugar instead of simple syrup?
Great question. We didn't talk about that. That's what the recipe calls for.
I can
But
tell you.
I think. Oh, tell me. I didn't know you knew the answer. I'm gonna muddle you.
The sugar acts as a great, like, abrasive thing to really grind the oils out of the mint.
Okay, thank you, chef.
You're welcome.
Okay. Whew, that was a close one, guys. I was like,
I wouldn't ask you if I didn't know the answer. I knew you knew
I
the
don't know.
answer.
You do that sometimes. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a muddler. It's called a muddler. I actually have a wooden one too at home. This one is not wooden, it's steel, but anything works. You can also, I usually use the back of a wooden spoon. You don't actually need a muddler, right? But we're gonna squish everything. I mean, basically, just get in there, twist, squish.
Twist and squish.
Yeah, it's very professional.
But this is releasing oils. It's starting to break down the leaves of the mint, starting to crush the berries. This is also going to help with the berry juice kind of coming out into the rest of the cocktail.
Yes, it is. And then we were talking about, technically you're supposed to use crushed mint for a mojito.
What does that mean?
Sorry, crushed ice.
Oh, there we go.
No, do not use crushed mint. Do not do that. I was looking at the mint. Crushed ice for a mojito.
Here.
You want to crush some ice?
No, I was going to help you with your
okay.
getting the mint up. I've never seen a muddler like this that has prongs on the end,
You're
but
right.
I
It's
really
kinda,
don't like it.
I know, it kind of sticks, doesn't it? I don't know,
We
guys.
both prefer a wooden muddler with a flat bottom.
Use this?
Yeah, it's emergency towel.
Appreciate it. I'm using the emergency towel.
Yeah, because like
Yeah,
the
flat
berry
bottom. Yeah, 'cause it got, like,
chunks
stuck
are getting
in it.
stuck in there.
Which we don't want, because then that's wasted berry chunks.
Uh-huh.
All right, so now we're gonna pour in the rum. So again, half in each glass, and then we're gonna do the lime. Let's make sure I actually put half.
I'll just line it up in the glasses.
I didn't put the same amount in each, so it doesn't matter, guys.
Mine has a little more.
Okay, perfect. This is my goal. All right, rum is in. We're gonna do again a full lime in each. Wait,
So we were
don't-
talking about crushed ice.
Yes, crushed ice, not mint.
Not crushed mint, but the recipe calls for crushed ice, and so I asked her, why do you use crushed ice? Because we weren't sure, and she didn't know the answer. But we figured it out. But my idea was that, because you have all this stuff at the bottom of your glass that you're keeping there, maybe the crushed ice helps to keep all that stuff at the bottom so that you're not drinking it. You know, all of your goodness and flavorings and mint leaves stays at the bottom. The ice kind of keeps it there while you drink it. That was my idea. That's not the mojito police idea. It's just the crushed ice. There's more surface area on the ice, more dilution in the cocktail, which is what I guess you want. Kind of the same idea when you shake a cocktail versus stir it. You want some dilution.
Yeah, exactly.
Dual
And it helps
purpose.
keep your drink cold, it turns out.
The
Can I give
ice?
this back to you? The crushed ice specifically. Be quiet. The crushed ice specifically helps keep your drink really, really cold.
Okay.
I was also reading that.
Makes sense.
Because like a mint julep, they serve it with crushed ice. Okay, and then traditionally you put one of the halves of your lime in the drink as well. Just
Cool.
to get like the zest and the skin and everything in there.
Bring some of
So-
the bitterness from the zest.
Yeah. At this point, I'm going to stir
Fondue spoon?
both. Oh, that's okay. I got this knife.
No.
You could use a spoon, you know,
Or a fondue
whatever
fork.
you're feeling. Stir. We're going to put some ice in there. And then we're going to top it off with club soda. A bunch of my ice has melted. because this isn't a real ice bucket, but we're gonna make it work. I'm not gonna use this anymore. There we go.
Told you.
Yeah. Sarah was like, don't use those tongs, they don't work. And I'm like, but they're cute.
They look like chicken feet. They're terrible. They don't work. They're cute,
Alright.
but they don't work.
Once you get your ice crushed or not in the glass.
Like full to the top.
Yes, full. Top it off with some club soda.
And if you have it cold, like we have put the little note on the bag ahead of time, if you have it cold, the ice doesn't melt as fast and it keeps your whole drink colder. That's so cute.
Do you want to garnish it?
Oh, sure. Violas, that was our garnish.
Oh, sure.
So
and
a
the mint.
viola.
And the blueberry.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I'm going.
Piece of mint. Couple of blueberries. Oh.
I overdid it on the blueberries, just in case you wanted more blueberry flavor.
But they look cute in the top because it's like a little sunset sort of vibe. And, wait for it, more glitter.
I mean,
This is spray glitter. It's from the Wilton brand, which is like the baking company brand. I used this for my son's birthday. Everything was glitter. But we're just going to do a little...
oh!
Look at that!
That's actually really cool.
So the top of your glass is sparkly!
That's awesome. Do you want to go show them?
Yeah.
I'm not usually a glitter person, but it's like
Oh,
kind
I
of
am.
exciting, you know?
So here's the cocktail. Can you see the glitter? Oh, I'm gonna spill. It's a little bit glittery. You can see it close up.
It's so lovely.
So do you stir it again after you put the club soda?
That's up to you. Because sometimes stirring like makes the carbonation go away.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
Definitely don't shake after club soda.
no.
I'm gonna give it
stir it a
just
little bit.
a
Can you
little.
give mine a little stir too?
Zhush. It's so pretty.
Hopefully it tastes good. Has anyone tasted it yet?
No. She's making some mojitos for our private audience. You know,
While you're making the other drinks, Morgan's a super fan of sour cherry.
Mmm.
And
Awesome.
Wild Echo Tours said you have converted a grapefruit hater into a grapefruit at least liker.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
We were wondering about that because our one coworker, Christina, does not like grapefruit.
Dawn doesn't have grapefruit either.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think you are right. I think you do want to give this a stir, but it is so pretty when it's layered like that.
I know. I would serve it like that.
Yeah.
And then be like, here's your spoon. Stir it up.
My muddler. All
Do you want me to
right.
stir yours?
Yes, please.
It gets the glitter down in there, but
Thank you, Stir Master.
I'm just wearing all the hats. Now I'm going to go home and make a mojito.
Yeah? Do you think you're going to do a blueberry one?
Oh,
or
I don't
what?
have any room.
I think we have some in the back.
Oh, great.
All right, should we get into the cheeses?
Stirred. Way
Stirred?
better.
Yeah? Okay, cool. All right,
Stir it up.
guys.
Yeah.
Stir it up. Okay. So what were the cheeses we chose, Sarah?
Oh, I forgot. No.
Too many cocktails.
The Briat Savarin Triple Cream Brie. It's going to be the bottom left. This one, salty. It's a little bit on the riper side right now, so it has a little bit of bitterness, which I think we were kind of playing off for the cocktail. So let's try
With
it.
the sweet? Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think this was the first cheese we liked with this.
Was it the first one we tried with this one? Who knows?
We tried it with a more buttery brie, like Saint Angel or
Oh,
fromage,
yeah.
and it was...
Yeah, but this
Not good.
because this one's a little salty too. How is it? Jeez, a lot of chewing.
Give me a minute.
All right.
This is not TV. This is not a TV bite. I take a big bite of food.
Well, in the meantime, I'll talk about the mojito. I was looking up history of the mojito, and it was created like in the 1500s. At some point, there's talk of Sir Francis Drake being in Cuba and lots of situations going on there, but there's not any like definitive, this is how
It
a
started.
mojito was started. But Ernest Hemingway made it famous, and now we make it today. So, cool with it.
So
What do you-
far, Wild Echo Tours and our friends Jason and Megan love the mojito.
Oh, excellent.
I like it with the Briat Savarin. you still really taste the cheese, which I think is nice.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to talk about what constitutes like a good pairing?
Yeah. So,
I mean, obviously it tastes good, but
well, yes. When you're tasting things together, taste the cheese, taste the cocktail separately, then taste them together. It's so funny. This is in my brain. We just watched Ratatouille yesterday. And so it's the scene at the very beginning where he's holding a piece of cheese and a strawberry, and he tastes the cheese, and there's like some colors floating around him. And then he tastes the strawberry, some colors, and then he tastes them both together, and it's like fireworks, like crazy. So that's really the point here, is you want the cheese to taste better, the cocktail or wine or beer, whatever you're drinking, to taste better. Everything tastes better together. Like, the cheese is not overpowering the cocktail is not overpowering the cheese, vice versa. Everything should just taste delicious.
That's so funny. I didn't even...
Ooh, we just watched it.
Yeah. Does Lorenzo like it?
Yeah, it's his favorite movie. He wants to be a chef, like Mom and Dad.
Oh, guys, it's so cute. That's adorable. All right, you gonna garnish these?
I'm gonna tell them about the cooking show.
Okay, please.
So it all started with Christina and Rachel asking me to send them videos of like the thing I was cooking. It started with I was making beef Wellington for myself for Valentine's Day. No, for myself. My husband works late on Valentine's Day, so I was cooking myself a nice dinner. So I took a video, sent it to them. Then the next video, they were like, "Oh, what are you making? I want to be, in on it." So Lorenzo got in the video. So now we just do all these cooking show videos of me and Lorenzo cooking, and we send them to Rachel and Christina.
Yep.
We've made guacamole. I made the beef Wellington. We made banana bread.
You made the stuffed chicken breast.
Wait,
you didn't send the banana bread one?
I know I didn't.
Oh, man.
Because it didn't turn out very good. I kind of winged it on the recipe,
which you shouldn't really do with baking.
No. But it's turned into this whole thing that he loves cooking, and now food and cooking is...
It's so cute. He loves putting the salt in with a little salt spoon.
Yes, I have this little salt spoon. He salts the chicken. It's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the cheese?
I like the cheese.
You have to tell your cozy mystery story.
I know. I have a story to tell. But I'm tasting the pairing.
I know it's blueberry in the mojito, but eating blueberries on the side with the mojito is like a nice little thing.
And with the brioche?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes it a little, funky's not the right word, but it brings out,
it brings out something in the cheese.
Yeah, which I like, but, it's interesting. It makes it taste a little different. Okay, so I'm really into cozy mysteries. If you know me at all, you know that. A cozy mystery, for those who don't know, you didn't know this is turning into a cozy mystery show, is a mystery that, probably someone dies, but it's, someone you didn't like very much, and, usually the main character is, an older woman, or, someone with a pet. They're usually, a dog or a cat, so it's, not upsetting in any way. You kind of are just, there's a mystery, but you're not stressed about it, because there's too much stress in everyday life. So let's be cozy about our mysteries, not stressed.
Got it.
Okay, moving on. So there was this cozy mystery I was listening to, audiobook, and they kept talking about, and it's a British mystery, and the narrator was British, and she kept saying the Spanish word, which is aguardiente, but it didn't really come out sounding like that. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. And she kept talking about the main character drinking this aguardiente, as though it were an alcohol, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm driving. I can't look this up, and I kept forgetting. So then when I was looking into the history of the mojito, it turns out that aguardiente is a distilled spirit from sugarcane that came from Cuba. Mm-hmm. And this was a Victorian era cozy mystery, my favorite. And so they were drinking aguardiente, and that was the precursor to rum, basically. So they would make mojitos as a medicinal tonic with this aguardiente, distilled sugarcane, and lime and mint.
Wow.
So there you go.
That's cool.
That's my story.
I like it.
I was like, whoa! Now I know what this word is.
And it's perfect for what we were talking about this week. I tried the mojito with the first two cheeses too.
Yeah?
And it pairs with both of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did we do it? Did we do a full pairing plate?
For this one, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how the brioche tastes, but taste it. Taste it with everything and see what you like and what you don't like. And the cheese will probably taste different. I mean,
yeah,
depending on what you're drinking. So Brie, you mentioned, is a triple cream. It was created in the 1930s, and they named it after Brie Savarin, who is, what's his first name? Like Jean or something?
Probably.
I think
French.
it's Jean Brie Savarin or something, you know. We need to learn French. We need to be better. Anyway,
Works for me.
it was a man who pioneered gastronomy. So he wrote a book that has a long French name, but he basically was the creator of the term gastronomy and the idea of it. So the people who created the cheese named the cheese after him. So that's something.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's interesting to talk about triple creams. Like so a triple cream means you add cream to the milk before you make the cheese, right?
Yeah.
So we have double creams where you add a little bit of cream. Triple creams, you add more cream. And in France, it is, I think it's 60 to 75%
For a double
fat
cream.
for a double and over 75 in a triple. Now, people then are like, oh my god, this has like as much fat as butter. Like it literally is butter. It does taste like butter, but it's not. So it's fat in dry matter, which is like an annoying scientific term. You're going back to the first cocktail? Just checking it out?
Yes, I missed it.
Fat in dry matter, so that's not accounting for the water that's in the cheese. And about half of cheese is water, well, these fresh cheeses. So it's like this whole math thing. We're not good at math.
Nope.
Neither of us, we admit it. But it ends up being like a percentage of butter fat is like 40% or something. But they call it 75% fat in dry matter. So just saying, if a cheesemonger says that to you, like those are the rules, but it's in the dry matter, not counting for the water. Once you do the math, it's down to 40%. So it is not the same amount of fat as butter, but it tastes just as good as butter.
Just like butter, yeah.
If you ask me. So
This is one of those that's like a little bit saltier though. Like
Yeah.
St. Angel.
Yeah.
If you've had St. Angel, it's just like pure butter flavor to me.
yeah. Well, how do you describe this to customers? Like I always say it's like a little saltier and like gooier texture wise.
I say saltier, but then I say like a lighter whipped texture because this is so light. Like when you kind of like mess with it with the spoon, it's a light texture, but the St. Angel is always so just like a slower
Right.
gouge.
I always say firmer, but it's not firm. It's hard.
No,
Yeah.
thicker is not the right word.
Yeah.
Fudgier, I don't know.
Yeah. See,
Denser.
This is why it's fun to like taste cheese, drink cocktails, do all the things with friends, because it's like other people have different ways of describing things or thinking about things, and I feel like I always learn something. Like when I listen to you with the customer, I'm like, that is a better way to describe that, you know, and then I use it. So,
Thanks.
you know, everyone has a different thing. Okay, should we move on to the last cheese?
Yes, please.
Boomerang. I was like, what is this last cheese? I'm just kidding.
We're getting started. I'm like, what cheeses did we pick again?
I know, right? This is Tome Brulee. So you'll see we left the rind on it. It's an exciting cheese. It's a sheep's milk cheese from the Basque region in Spain. And what they
France.
do... France. Thank you.
Too many
I
cocktails.
always, you know what it is? No, I always think of the Basque region in Spain because I visited there.
Oh.
Because there is a Basque region in France and in Spain. It goes all the way across the border. And for some reason, I always think of it as Spanish. So no, guys, it's French. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Either way, it is the Basques. And what they do to the rind, why it's called Tome Brulee, is they brulee it. Like they torch it, like
Yeah.
you would a creme brulee. Which is exciting.
There is some mold that grows on the outside of the rind. We get this letter, like in the case of cheese that comes. It's like in the envelope. You have to unseal the envelope. It's this letter about how the rind being moldy like that is normal. It's supposed to happen that way. That's how we want it. It's safe. It's edible. It's delicious. Like, don't think that this is bad. And so if you see little bits of like the whitish mold on the rind, it's totally fine. Totally edible too. You can eat the rind and it'll be that kind of caramelized, maybe a little bit bitter on the rind.
Yeah, and also the closer you get to the rind, the more concentrated the cheese is going to taste also. So, so yeah, you can eat the rind if you want. And then if you want to get the mold off for whatever reason, you don't need to. If you're going to eat the rind, you can just wipe it off with a towel or paper towel or use vinegar.
Yeah, even just like a damp towel helps too.
Yeah. And then this cheese is really fun because it comes in a round, like about this big, kind of like Petite Basque, if you guys have ever seen that. And you can use it in one of those rolls, like tête de moine. It's like that machine, you stick it on and then you roll this blade and it creates little rosettes. So tête de moine is a Swiss cheese, but this one is fun because you can use it also. And since the rind is edible, it's not a problem. So when you go around and some of the rind gets on it, it's good. So what do you think about the pairing? I like it.
I like it. I like this with the rest of the cheeses too.
Yeah?
I don't have any more of the first cocktail to try with the next two cheeses.
Yeah, well.
It's my favorite. It's so good.
You liked it. That's why I served it to you when you came to my house.
I know.
Yeah, it's funny because we were worried about the mints. I mean, so we really do test these. I know we joke about, like, it's such hard work. We're making cocktails
But
at
it
work
was hard.
and eating cheese, but it is, I mean, yeah, again.
It took us a while.
Right, and we really do, like, take a sip of the cocktail, eat the cheese, because some are just no good. Like, they just
Not
are
good at all.
not good. They make everything taste
We
worse.
tried it with Euphoria.
Which we both love.
We love that cheese. It's a sweet sheep's milk, Gouda style. I mean, the Tome Brûlée sheep's milk should pair, right? No,
Mhm.
it was awful. Like, terrible. We're like, spit it out. Like, done. Like, so it's really interesting to see what actually tastes well
Yeah.
with it.
Do we have any questions? Everyone doing good, feeling good?
Everyone's loving it. Sour cherry with everyone's opinion tonight.
Okay, great.
Sometimes the cheeses didn't make it with the cocktails. The cocktails went down the hatch. They were so
Yeah,
good.
yep, yep.
Yep. Second
Happens
thing, we
to
got a
everybody.
couple people in the same boat.
Yeah.
Need more cocktails. But
Yeah.
now know how to make them.
Here you go, Sarah.
A word that H brought up maybe for the difference in textures.
Yes.
Maybe sturdier.
Sturdier, yes. Thank you,
Ooh, that's
H.
a good word.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is.
And
Because it doesn't
yes.
sound negative, you know.
No,
It's like-
because it's just, we don't want to sound negative.
Right, because firmer sounds negative. I don't know why. When you're talking about a soft cheese.
Because when you want brie, you don't want firmer.
Right.
But it's not, sturdier is good.
Yeah,
I like it.
thank you. All right, guys. Well, this was a lot of fun.
What was your favorite of the night between the cocktails?
I really think I like the Herb de Humboldt and the Palm Springs cocktail.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just really feeling it. What about you?
I think that was my favorite too.
Yeah.
The herbs with the cheese. We were really trying to put herbs in the drinks.
We were.
We tried.
We made it in one.
I know, but like a more savory herb. We tried to muddle rosemary. We tried to kind of crush lavender. We tried everything, and nothing brought the flavor into the cocktail. I don't know how you put rosemary in a cocktail.
I mean, a couple ways. You could make like a rosemary simple syrup, but I wanted to try to, we were talking about it, we wanted to try to make cocktails that you could recreate at home without having to like make a million other things, you know? Like,
Yeah.
because you can buy simple syrup if you want, or it's really easy to microwave. But when you do like an infused simple syrup, you want to put it on the stove and heat it up. And that's just like an extra step that we don't all have time to take when
No.
we just want a cocktail.
Yeah.
But that's a good option for next time. And you can like torch it and like lay it. There's this cocktail that I love that H will remember. We've had it together. Who's on the call on the
what is it?
video right now? It's called the Warthog, and they put a torch piece of rosemary here. And it's so interesting because we talk about like, especially with wine, like on the nose and then the palate, and with cheese, like smell it first and then taste it. When you are drinking it, there's no rosemary in the cocktail, but you get the scent of like the torched rosemary as you're drinking, so you almost taste it.
Yeah.
Which we tried with this, but it wasn't really like. And then I'm like, no one has a torch at home. Well, people do. People might, but
Well, yeah, because we were talking about not everyone has a gas stove either.
Right.
Like, I have a torch. but
yeah,
I
so
don't
you
have a
can
gas
just
stove.
yeah.
like the torch rosemary in my drink you made for my bachelorette party.
Yeah, that's the Warthog.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's the one with the spiced pear.
Sorry. Rachel's like texting us. She's like, I'm running late. We're torching rosemary. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we brought little cocktails in like those embarrassing little bags that say like, well, hers said bride to be and ours said like bride friends. I don't know.
I don't know what they said. Like little Capri Sun
Like
bags.
cheers to with like a little straw, and I
Yeah.
had like a cocktail that should be in a coupe like in it with like torched rosemary in there, and
It was
Sarah's like,
so
this is
delicious.
good. I'm like, thank you.
But yes, you really got the rosemary in there.
Yeah,
Okay,
see?
we'll have to do that next
Okay,
time.
we'll do it. But we were thinking of a margarita class next time for the summer. So if anyone's interested, let us know. Or if anyone has ideas.
I have an idea
have
that
one.
Rachel has already vetoed, so I want to see if anyone else likes the idea. But I love a michelada. So a michelada margarita, but I'm not talking like Bloody Mary, like too much tomato, like just a little bit of tomato, the lime, the tahini, the Worcestershire,
What cheese are you gonna pair that with?
I don't care. I want to make the cocktail.
Well, that is our hard work trying to figure out maybe a cheddar. We'll talk about it. I don't know. I'm iffy.
I was gonna
I'm-
do Spanish
I'm-
cheese, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
No.
No.
Wait, maybe queso fresco. I mean, like a Mexican cheese.
Oh.
Okay, we'll explore. So anyway, if you have thoughts, feelings, you can Message us on Instagram.
Any
tell us
thoughts?
in the chat.
Any thoughts in the chat? Everyone
So far, okay, we've got votes for everything. Jason loved the Palm Springs, but his wife loved the mojito. So
all right,
a little battle there. Sour cherry with everything, Wild Encounter said, and the blueberry mojito especially.
Nice.
Annie loved it all. Great time. And what would you pair the warthog with is a question. We'll get back to that. We'll vote for the margarita pairings. Definitely you got a thumbs up there. Infused tequilas, maybe?
Yes,
infused
yes.
That
We'll
came
make
from
it for
Annie
you,
and
don't
Nipper,
worry.
Yeah.
From Robbie.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of...
Robbie's a cocktail expert, just so everyone knows.
Well, thinking the infusion might be the way
yes.
to go.
Okay.
But apparently,
For sure.
everyone loves cocktails.
Great.
As do we.
All right. Do we have anything else coming up that we want to talk about?
Yes. On what month is it? April 24th, we have our cheese bar in Del Mar. If anyone remembers our cheese feast we used to do back in the day, it was like a cheese happy hour buffet event, which buffets are long gone, but this is a happy hour event that's going to be happening while we're open from 3 to 5 on a Sunday. It's going to be a wine flight. So there's 3 of us here, me, Rachel, and Christina. Each of us are going to pick our favorite wines, and then we're each going to be able to pick our favorite pairings. So the plate will be our 3 favorite pairings and our 3 favorite wines. And you can just come, have fun, hang out on the patio as long as you'd like, inside as long as you'd like. We had, I think, 18 people for our very first one, which is a lot. And everyone came and stayed the whole time, which was really fun. We didn't expect that. Some people just come, eat, and leave, or come, take their stuff, and leave. But everyone was just hanging out the whole time, which was really nice.
Yeah, so you can pre-order that, or we'll have some extras too if you end up wanting to bring a friend or something.
Walk-ins available, or just call us, let us know you're on the way. Rachel is working a little bit with You and Yours, the gin company.
Yeah,
company.
Yeah, they do gin. I think they make a vodka too, but we featured it in our last cocktail class, so that's going to be at some point. So tickets will be on You and Yours website. We're working out dates right now, but we will announce that on Instagram and via email whenever. Yeah, we choose a date for that. So that'll be fun. It'll be another cocktail and cheese pairing class, but they're like super cocktail experts.
Fancy cocktails. They know what they're talking about.
Like Gina said, there was a cocktail with like a tiny baby carrot garnish, like clipped
some
on
dill
there.
powder.
I mean, we're just really getting into it. So that'll be really fun to pair cheeses with. So that'll be in person at You and Yours downtown.
And then May 1st. Liquid City.
Yes.
Big event for San Diego.
Super exciting.
If anyone knows Rob, which if you know Venissimo, he's just like attached at the hip with Rob. But so he has this company called Liquid City. So it's going to be an event that features all San Diego liquids. So coffee makers, cider makers, beer makers, wine makers, kombucha, mead, like all this crazy things, and all of those liquids paired with cheese. So the tickets for Liquid City are available on our website, but also it's unlimited beverages and cheese for the event, and it's amazing. I'm so excited. Rachel and I will be working the second half. The evening half will be at the Venissimo booth, so we're excited for the unlimited cheese and beverages, and we hope you come to join us.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And can I just say I just ordered fancy sprinkles?
Gina just ordered some edible glitter from the background. Really, this company is great. Not only do they make, total sidebar here, this is like when you're listening to a podcast and no one listens to the closing, but I always do.
So do I.
Because it's like all the embarrassing stuff. But Fancy Sprinkles, I've been following them for a long time. They make all kinds of edible glitter, but also really fancy sprinkles, imagine that. But they have all of these different blends. It's like those things on Instagram and Facebook that are the blends of sprinkles. So like the really big pieces, then like the little pieces, then the sparkles, then the glitter, and it's all themed. So you can buy like the St. Patrick's Day blend, the 4th of July blend. It comes with the different...
Very exciting,
It
Sarah.
is exciting. I promise.
This is like my cozy mystery story. It's like there's like one person on that's
It's just like finally this stuff in good quality, like a creator that's making some really good stuff.
Yeah,
so
let's get into that next time. Sprinkles on cheese. This is basically a cake, the Briat Savarin. Like, let's just put some sprinkles on it. All right, we're gonna do
next
that
time
later.
we'll include glitter for everyone next time. Don't worry. All right,
All
cheers.
right, thanks everyone. Have a good night.
Knock it back. That's how we finish all the classes right here.